And Earl, what did they get right with Tiger when he was a junior player?
Well, I think they established a foundation of fun. You know, they really prioritized Tiger's enjoyment, and Tiger looks back on those days very fondly because they are so warm in his heart as far as the love of the game. And at the Hall of Fame, acceptance speech, he really made a point of saying, I had this burning desire to be able to express myself in this game of golf. And that's what Rudy and Earl gave him, was that vehicle to express himself. And, Rudy did not really teach in a conventional way. It was sort of a holistic sort of lesson, very often very short lessons, with some rudiments, but mostly, a lot of competition, a lot of contests, a lot of trash talking, a lot of fun, where he was actually kind of just Tiger's golf friend, and they were sort of even in terms of their abilities. He did do a couple of specific things, though, and one was to make sure that Tiger had clubs that were proportional to his body so that he looked like a little tour pro instead of a little guy who was swinging clubs that were too big for him. And Tiger even had a 1 and 2 iron in his set that was built by club company Confidence when he was 5 years old. And also at 5 years old, Rudy established what he called Tiger Par at Hartwell Golf Course, where Tiger grew up. It was about 4,300 yards, par 54. Rudy figured the distance Tiger hit the ball on his skill level, par was about 67. But later that year, he shot 59. And the point was to really get Tiger to go low, to not be afraid of getting under par, to get used to being under par. And that certainly carried over. And as far as Earl was even more boisterous and fun than Rudy. Those two guys, Tiger and Earl, really had a wonderful chemistry. I think Tiger loved playing with his dad. Those were their greatest moments. And Earl was a good psychologist about the game. He didn't want Tiger to get too technical. And one thing he would say sometimes when Tiger was a very small guy, 5, 6, 7 years old, when Tiger was about to hit the shot, he'd say, Tiger, now what are you thinking about right now? And Tiger would say, where do I want my ball to go? And that's really kind of profound. Tiger talked about that later in his career, about under pressure, that's what he would think. He wouldn't think swing thoughts. He would think about the target and visualizing and where he wanted his ball to go. And the whole thing was just an incredible foundation.